What's going on, everyone? So today we're going to take a look at Cardano ADA, and currently the price right now, it is $1.06, and it's not looking too good for Cardano in the short term, but the market cap is at 34 bill. And I mean, if we were to reference Bitcoin for today, Bitcoin's actually doing quite well, 57.3K, and we can see it up 18% for the past 7 days, and the last 24 hours 2%. Ethereum, it's doing all right, still 1781, and then the rest of the altcoins you can see are pretty standard, right? But now let's just take a look at the charts for ADA, and I'm currently using the dollar pair with Cardano, and I'm utilizing Bitfinex for this chart. So depending on which exchange you're utilizing and also the pairing, then it's obviously going to look a little different. But I mean, I had the trend line drawn before I decided to take a little dip and basically trend downwards. But here we can see. So right now, at least currently when I'm filming this, I'm using the 30-minute right now, but I'll switch around with the times too in a second. But I mean, we can see here this support level, it did decide to test this area. So if we were to zoom in a little more, I'm not going to be super perfect with this, but basically you can see here like around like $1.03, give or take. It did drop slightly below that point, and then we can see if we zoom in that we did have some green candlesticks, so some buyers decided to buy in, and then now it's currently testing this area here. So short term, so pretty much if this were to continue, I would not be surprised if we were to drop below $1, because currently right now there's not too much support within these areas. So we can sit here and test around like the 98 cents, give or take. And usually, I mean, if you guys are familiar with even numbers in stock markets and even cryptocurrencies, $1 is technically one of those even numbers. Same thing with like $1.50, $2, etc. So if this were to break down past $1, I would not be surprised if more people would decide to sell off. And then we do have some more major support around this area. So this is closer to maybe the 95, 94 cents, give or take, because we have some more points touching at this area. And then still, if you want to consider going down even lower, you can include these points here with even at 88 cents, give or take. And I mean, short term, again, this is Cardano. There's not much we can really base this off of besides what the market decides to do. But now let's look at it from more of a positive outlook. So now let's say in the next few hours or even the next few days from posting this video, Cardano were to continue to trend upwards. We had some major sell-offs here. So you can see from the volume that those spikes are quite large compared to the ones at these points right here. Obviously, we did have a big buy volume here and then similar height in terms of volume there. But in terms of the volume back at these price points, I mean, you can see the difference in the size, and there was much more people getting in at that point. So if Cardano were to reverse and continue trending upwards, that we could see it test these support levels around this area. So I mean, you can look anywhere, at least 117 I can see. If it were to break out in my trend line right here, then maybe we could see it test the $1.21, and then who knows what happens after that. And again, this is very short-term predictions. Either way, in terms of long-term Cardano, I think it's still a solid cryptocurrency, and it's something you just definitely have to just wait and see. But right now, it's not looking the most bullish because we have to still test these price points right here. I mean, if we were to continue and reach back upwards of our $1.48, and the percent that Cardano will have to gain would equate to around a 40+% increase. So, I mean, if you just do the math, basing that off the market cap, that is basically 34 bill, 40% of that added onto there. That is a lot of money coming into Cardano. So one of the major things for that would obviously have to be most likely institutional investors or big players, because a regular retail Joe, the regular retail person, is probably not going to be able to get Cardano to that price point at that area, right? So we'll have to wait and see. But in terms of some fun facts, some news, because again, this is short-term price predictions, but here's just a quick little article. This was posted about 2 days ago, and they state Graph Blockchain, they identified Cardano as one of their first altcoins for staking. Also, there's Polkadot too. I might make a video on that in a second, but they state that the strategy is to be performed through the firm's Babbage mining subsidiary. So they currently are doing this with 2 altcoins, and they select the first 2 coins to be Cardano and then Polkadot. So that's quite interesting to see. And then also they basically have this comment here. So they eventually intend to acquire these coins over the next following weeks for the purpose of staking. And the 2 coins, they believe by Graph to have the top tier development teams. So that's good signs in terms of Cardano. They like their teams, and also Polkadot too. But also funding supports, and they say they show strong potential for user adoption. So I think this is the biggest comment I like about this. is because at the end of the day, there's so many people creating cryptocurrencies. There's so many different use cases. And I mean, if you've been following crypto for a while, if you've seen back in like 2017, there's so many companies on here that just, they're gone. Like you can't even find them anymore. There's so many random ones now that were never here 2, 3, 4 years ago, right? So just keep that in mind. So in terms of future predictions, user adoption has to be a big part of it. If no one is using it, then something else is going to end up taking over it. But it's still a good sign to see. So in the short term, let me know what your thoughts are on ADA Cardano, and where do you think it's going to continue? Do you think it's going to dip below $1 price point and then continue down trending? Or maybe able to rise back up to levels above $1 and reach back potentially upward trending towards closer to 120, maybe even 140 plus? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And if you made it this far in the video and you want to get 2 free stocks valued up to $1,850, then all you need to do is click the first link in the description below, sign up for an account, and as long as you deposit $100 minimum or more, you'll be able to receive 2 free stocks valued up to $1,850. And aside from that, if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button, give this video a thumbs up, and I'll see you in the next one.